guys, I just posted on my Instagram and my Facebook a little bit ago that I was doing YouTube videos and I was taking your requests, and the first 2 people wanted to hear about this video. I was going to do the top 5 steps that you can take that'll make the biggest difference in your health and fitness, but as I was writing I kept coming up with more and more things, and before I knew it I had 10 things. I was like, that's a little too much, so I'm going to cut it back down to 7, but I had more in my head. I'll save them for future videos. So the first thing that I think is really important is to make sure that you're eating protein spaced throughout the day. This is something that research has shown time and time again to make the biggest difference, because if you're going, I would say, more than a few hours without eating protein, then your body is very likely to start attacking its muscle for fuel, and what that does is it breaks down your metabolism, or it slows down your metabolism. So obviously the key to adding muscle and losing weight, which most people are trying to do, is to keep your muscle mass. So that's why getting protein spaced throughout the day. I would say if you're going more than 4 hours without eating protein, then you might want to try to plan ahead a little bit better next time so you don't do that. You can even do something like take an amino acid supplement if you know that you're going to be on the go. Sometimes I do something like that. My second small step that can make a big difference is to eat, and this feeds off of the first one, feeds, no pun intended, is to get about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're working out, I would say it's possible that you could handle a little bit more than that. I personally eat a little bit more than 1 gram per pound of body weight, but I eat a lot of protein. And if you're not working out, you can eat a little bit less than that, or if you're not trying to put on much muscle, I would say you could eat a little bit less than that. I'm not saying you have to eat animal protein all the time. I used to be that person, but I think that, you know, getting even some protein from vegetables like broccoli, or even some eggs or egg whites, can also be a really good way to get your protein throughout the day. So my third thing is to drink at least 3/4 of a gallon of water a day. I drink closer to a gallon. It depends on how much you're sweating and how active you are, of course. But a lot of times our bodies can mistake thirst for hunger. And just in talking with clients, sometimes I find that they're barely drinking any water throughout the day. So I have my water bottle, I think, oh, it's over there. I thought it was behind me. I always have my water bottle with me because it helps to remind me to drink throughout the day. Very important, and also you can do a Google search to see how important water is just for your overall health and even your weight loss goals. My fourth thing is, this is a big one. Do not work out without eating protein about 1 to maybe 3 hours prior to your workout, or taking an amino acid supplement. Amino acids are just the building blocks of protein, because what happens if you don't go into your workout fed properly, especially with protein, is again your body attacks muscle. And so there are so many cases throughout our day-to-day lives where our body breaks down muscle, and that's one of the main reasons why as we age we lose muscle mass, because we're not going about our nutrition the right way. So if you go about your nutrition the right way, you will greatly minimize your chances of losing muscle mass as you go throughout your life. So I would say, you know, I do it about 1 to 2 hours before I work out. I'll eat some kind of protein, and of course it's not going to be like huge amounts of protein. Another thing to keep in mind is if you don't want to go into your workout with like that full stomach feeling, proteins like red meats take longer to digest than chicken, and chicken takes longer to digest than egg whites. So depending on, you know, the timing of your meals and the time of your workout, you can maybe choose your protein source like that. What is my next one? This is very similar to the one I just did, but my 5th tip is to eat immediately after you work out. Okay, this one is so important. If you are working out, and if you're not eating within 15 to 30 minutes tops after you work out, then all of that hard work you just did, you are not maximizing your potential. And so why would you kill yourself in the gym if you're not going to go back in and replenish it? I'll try to think of like a good analogy to give you. So, okay, this is a silly one, but I don't know why this popped into my head. Let's say you were a little kid and you were gonna go do a lemonade stand, right? And you spent all this time like building your lemonade stand and drawing pictures and signs and advertising for your lemonade stand, and you have it all set up and you have this big line of cars, but you forgot the lemonade. Well, you're not gonna get your money, and it's gonna be a waste of your time. So I don't know if that was a good analogy, but I think it can kind of work. My 6th one, I think this is number 6, is to make sure you get sleep. The reason why I say this is because your sleep can positively or negatively impact your hunger hormones. So if you're not sleeping enough, and I recommend 7 to 8 solid hours of sleep a night. I know life happens, things get in the way, but that's your goal every night. Some people can do less, but I would say 7 to 8 is great. If you are not getting enough sleep, your hormone in your body called ghrelin will rise, and that's the hormone that makes you feel hungry. So if you're not sleeping enough, you're going to be feeling hungry and you're going to overeat. Also, there's another hormone, and oh man, what was the other hormone? I want to say it's your leptin. I want to say your leptin decreases. If I'm wrong, I'll cut this part out of the video, but if I'm right, I'll keep it in. So I want to say your leptin levels are negatively impacted too when you're not sleeping enough. So leptin is kind of like your master fat burning hormone, and your leptin levels drop when you are not sleeping enough. And you want your leptin levels high, you want your ghrelin levels low. So to keep them in the proper balance, you'll want to make sure that you're sleeping. And also I heard this from a doctor. I don't know, that sounds kind of crazy, but let me just say it. He said that 90% of the fat that you lose happens while you're sleeping, in your deep stage of sleep. So don't quote me on the 90%, that's just what I heard from another doctor, but I think that there is a lot of truth to the fact that we do lose most of our weight in fat when we're sleeping. So number 7, this will be my last one, is avoid bad carbs and stick to good carbs. And I could go on and on about avoiding inflammatory foods and blah, blah, blah. But I think carbs are a big misconception because people think that all carbs are bad. There are good carbs, there are bad carbs, right? So you want to stick to the good carbs. If you're not familiar with what those are, I would say watch my paleo food shopping video. But real quick, it's things like quinoa, sweet potatoes, fruits, veggies, squashes. Bad carbs would be things like pastas, breads, tortillas, all that stuff, Pop-Tarts, all of that. So those are my 7 small steps that you can take that'll make a big difference in your health. And I want to end by telling you this. I didn't count this as a tip because I think 7 small steps has a better ring to it than 8 small steps. But I do want to say that you want to do something that's sustainable, because research shows that the people that lose weight really quickly, almost all of them put it back on and then some over a matter of, several months to a year. And the reason why is because if you lose weight so quickly, then you're oftentimes losing muscle mass. You're going about it with drastic measures, which are not sustainable. So if you start getting your body used to doing 2 hours of cardio every day, guess what? Our bodies are amazing at adapting, and the second that you stop doing 2 hours of cardio a day, your body will rebound and put all the weight back on. So God made us to be smart, to kind of adapt to our environment. And if you start dropping your calories like crazy down to like 1,000 a day or less, your body will adapt, and it will slow its metabolism down to adapt for that. So I would say, research says you shouldn't lose more than 1%, maybe a little bit more than that, of your body weight per week. So for someone that's 150 pounds, that's 1.5 pounds per week. If you're losing more than that per week, the research shows that you are very likely to rebound and put it back on. So whatever you can see yourself doing 10 years from now is what you should do today, and to go about reaching your health and your fitness goals. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for your input on the videos. Follow me on Instagram, which is @LindsayDayFitness. Lindsay is with an E. On Facebook, Lindsay Day Fitness. On YouTube, you're on YouTube, duh. Subscribe to my channel, Lindsay Day Fitness. It's free, takes a click of a button, and I'll keep the videos coming. If you have questions, you can go to my website, LindsayDayFitness.com. Under the fitness and nutrition section, I have an intake form that you can submit, and I can reach back out to you, or my assistant can reach back out to you to see how I can help you. I think it's time to end this video. My mom told me height-wise I needed to stand on my tippy toes this whole video, so my calves are burning. Okay, bye guys.